Hello, everybody. Um, this is me, MJ Edwards here. Um, so I have you guys on the black screen because my favorite team, the Badin Rams, lost against the Alternites Friday 20-3 at Lakota East Thunderhawk Stadium. And shout out to them for letting us, Badin, use their stadium. Big shout out. And Badin Rams fans, there you guys are. Heads up. I think everybody is to the point, like, that they're not like Hamilton City schools who are like picky and rude, and certain ones, and other school districts, certain people who are rude and whatnot. But back in the day, but now, I don't know if it's just because of COVID or if it's just opening. I think it's just it started opening up at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel. Where you saw this bright sun, and the sun was so bright, because back in the day, there was a dark time where Badin had to fight Hamilton, like, Badin had to go to safety. And Badin lost. Badin and Hamilton. When I went to Hamilton City Schools, I told them I was a big Badin Rams fan, and my family all went to Badin at the time. And then some of the students there started bullying me. So, by any means, not just Badin, but any school district or any like high school or whatnot for football or any other sport who has trouble getting a site available, don't let them run over you. Just try your best to just reach out. I know Hamilton blew Badin's bottom and said, "Oh, well, we have no availability," which I understand, and they offered Badin this junk, this field that was a piece of junk from Hamilton's. And then that was on the west side, nearby there, where Badin plays, where it wasn't available. Usually plays, which is Virgil M. Swarm. You go down Washington Street down there, and I believe it's the freshman building, if I understand right. Yeah, freshman. But behind there's a football field. I did not know that. And it just has old equipment, no new equipment. And then they offered Badin this field down here in Fairfield that Hamilton owns. That's directly down from Linden. And Badin didn't accept that because there's no scoreboard that matches football. And that's when the OHSAA got involved and said, look, Badin's out. They're not using Hamilton no more unless they absolutely have to. But Kumler Field, Hamilton, or Fairfield, we were supposed to have until COVID hit. Badin was supposed to have Fairfield for the whole season. Well, COVID hit and Fairfield wasn't a choice because they had obviously positive tests and whatnot that way. So then, next thing you know, well, Edgewood Kumler Field reached out. The Edgewood administration reached out to Badin and said, look, you can have our stadium, go for it. Like, you can use it. We'll work with you, you know. And that happened. So, and then they kept using it until the Alter playoff game for their home game. And then it was at Lakota East, and I posted it on ScoreStream, if you're familiar with it. I was just so heartbroken and so when Badin lost. Before they started playing, they didn't play the right music. They played sad songs for Badin's home game. And then when Alter went on the field, they played... I've never seen a playoff game, home or away, or home field, be like that. Home field, which is away field for Badin. I've never seen that. But that's one, why they lost. Number two, why they lost was they had a different announcer and song, whatever, controller, I'll say. And scoreboard keeper, they all had different ones. Which I think that is wrong. That is very wrong. Because the announcer for Badin said he was going to be there, but nothing posted. So, that I think is wrong by the OHSAA that they just suspended that. The OHSAA has screwed up big time on everything. Not just for Badin, for the whole sports. Just screwed up everything and is not on top of things at all. They were on the news, and the OHSAA are forced to punish all of the schools for no reason for forfeiting the game, which means that they can't play, and because of COVID positive tests. That's what happened to Wapakoneta and Badin matchup. So Badin moved on, and they played Tippecanoe, and they beat Tippecanoe. Well, Wapakoneta turned into Northwest, the Northwestern Knights, Cincinnati, scrimmage. But once it got to Alter, Badin was favored huge. And if Alter wins, for the stats, if Alter wins, Badin's going to have even more difficult schedule. I looked at their schedule on ScoreStream. Badin, you better practice your heinies up. Because you're not going to get next year. You're not going to be able to be undefeated next year. There ain't no way. I don't see it. There ain't no how. I just don't see it. Because they're used to being Ross first. Well, it's not that. It's Bellbrook first. And then Northwest. And then Roger Bacon. And then they pulled in, Roger Bacon. Mount Healthy. You play Mount Healthy in the regular season, which your regular season starts earlier, they're saying. So I don't know if they're going to add another week. I can't imagine. Because I can't imagine. Because Mount Healthy, they... Excuse me. Mount Healthy, they usually play in the preseason scrimmage and whatnot. Not in the regular season. So that, I think it's because of Fenwick. Now that I'm thinking about it, it has to be. Because Fenwick lost. So we have to play Mount Healthy next year. And who else was it? Somebody else said Walnut Hills. I was like, oh my gosh. Walnut Hills? Are you freaking nuts? Badin can't play. Oh, what about Oak Hills? Oh, wait, Fairfield. I'm like, no. Goodbye. No. It's GCL is what they're missing if they replace that. Because they don't play... either CJ or Carroll next year. Right? But as of right now, Mount Healthy is in the regular season for Badin. But they said that could change again. I hope so, because Badin's going to be a hot mess next year. They start out at Bellbrook, home with Northwestern, at Roger Bacon, we'll have it in the, as of right now, we'll have it in another video. Oh, excuse me. 5 more minutes till my adoption date starts. But, yeah, guys. Badin fans, why didn't you cheer for Badin? Just why? Announcer, why didn't you do what they did this whole time and did the blowhorn and did, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you may God be with you all? Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you, what else? Why, I understand the band can't be there. But, oh yeah, that was another thing. What the heck, OHSAA? I am mad at the OHSAA right now. Pissed. After I saw the altar, because they have it on their website, I can see it now. I couldn't see it live. I can see the aftermath. They told Badin that they can't have their band there, okay? Altar's band was there. Their cheerleaders were there. What was it? Their big band. They had, and Altar's side wasn't socially distanced. That was another thing. And they kept saying, Badin fans, please make sure you maintain social distancing or else you'll be kicked out of the facility. And I understand they have to do that and whatnot. But come on. Badin fans can't do it. Why can Altars fans do? That's just not fair. And this orbits for the championships. Oh, well, this will help because this will help us maintain socially distance, and they were doing the math on who all actually goes to the championships every year, and like the total count. I mean, that could change. I mean, heck, they said, what was it? They said for the Lakota East, they said, well, it looks like we are sold out. Because after I heard the announcer say that, my jaw dropped. And Alter Ross, okay? If it was Badin Ross, that facility's not gonna work. I can tell you that right now. And they should know how Badin Alter works. But I don't know. And Badin fans, do you really think Happy Adoption Day, MJ? Here comes the notification. I can see it already. Ding! But anyways. Oh, that didn't seem good. So, Badin fans, do you really think Badin can go undefeated next year if I show you the schedule later? I don't know when I'm going to release it. And go to the championships and win. That's what BCHS is thinking. I don't know. I just don't. I understand they'll still have the same people, but I just don't see it happening. I mean, that would be nice and whatnot, but and the weird thing was they beat everybody, like Badin beat everybody that they've never played before, and just usually, and just kept beating one after another after another. bad seed or not, they just kept beating them. And I knew I should have cheered for Trotwood. That was a big mistake. Either one, I mean, let's face it, if Trotwood would have won, Badin would be screwed. They really would. But and the announcer said, "Oh, well, the person who's been there for a long, long time," that announcer, as you watch and listen to the game, was getting rude. Like, way out of bounds. Way out of bounds. Like, way out of bounds. He's been there for a long, long time for Badin. He's really old. La 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 la. I mean, didn't tell him his name, didn't. Oh, Nick Yorty doesn't know anything about Alter because Cause I'm like, what? What? Where have you been? But if you go on ohsaa.tv, and it should be Badin Alter, watch that whole video, that whole almost 2-hour video. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. Because Alter's band was there. And I don't know why they brought them there. And that was another thing, because somebody said for the Trotwood game, Alter brought their band and Trotwood had their band, and they were tight. Like, weren't socially distanced. They were cramped. And Trotwood had their can't remember what you call that. Where the band's on the field, it's a different one, and then for the halftime show. But Badin, I should have. I don't know. I mean, that was a hard one to pick. Badin or Trotwood. That one, I picked Alter, which I knew I should have picked Trotwood. Well, I heard Trotwood's been nasty. Been rough and nasty and mean and cruel. That's what I've been hearing, because somebody on, I don't know if it was ScoreStream or if it was on Twitter, they said a cuss word at Alter, and then Alter said a really bad cuss word back. 'Cause I'm like, oh God. Because I was like, oh my god, this is going to turn out ugly for this game. Because they said it's already getting ugly. We just need to get this done and out of here right away. So, do not put Alter and Trotwood together, because they do not get along, apparently. Like, at all. Which I think is very sad. The same situation as Hamilton and Badin. Big Blue and Rams. But, yeah. What else was I gonna say besides football? Oh, oh gosh. What was it? I know. I got that on the brain. But that's not it. If you go look back in my videos, there will be new features. New features. New texts. New text fonts. So go check that out. It's really cool. And I can't wait to use that more in the future for the Badin Rams and whatnot for my channels. Yeah, we'll talk about that in another live stream. I know I keep saying that, but I just can't get over it. It's stuck to my heart to where it just, it's too emotional for me. Because he went suddenly. That's why, I mean, he must have been diagnosed just recently. Because he was fine. He looked healthy and whatnot. But, anyways, guys, we'll talk about that, the photographer, in another live stream. I don't know if I can talk about that or not. Oh, they have one. I'm sure it'll be on there. That's why I'm like, I don't want to announce it. But, I still can't think of what that was. I know, as soon as I'll get off of here, I'll think of it and say, oh, well, that's what it was. How do you guys think of how the HSAA is doing these playoff brackets for these certain divisions? Comment down below on your comment on my YouTube channel in the comment or discussions tab. I think it's nice, and it's ridiculous. I don't know. It'll take me a while to get used to it, but that's probably why Badin. I think that's because once that happened, Badin seemed to really get onto it. I still can't believe Ross beat Bellbrook. That just blows my mind. I mean, everybody still can't believe Badin lost to Alter. Badin fans are wanting Alter to beat Ross. To beat Oss, they are calling it. And they can't. Somebody said they can't have, like, the herd and the student section. Yeah, they're not allowed to have that. That's only parents and their families. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Well, I guess that's all I wanted to tell you guys, I guess. But thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, please. See you guys next time. Be safe out there. Wait. And remember, no violence, no fighting. Be nice to one another. Stick to each other. Because we're all the same. And see you guys next